Hi and greetings to everyone. Welcome to this micro-credential module entitled Foundations of Business Intelligence. I am Dr. Azlina Bujang, your instructor for this micro-credential module. In today's digital economy, organizations collect enormous amounts of data every second. Every online purchase, banking transaction, hospital visit, or social media interaction generates valuable information. However, data alone has little value unless it can be transformed into meaningful insights that support better decision making. This is where business intelligence, or BI, becomes extremely important. By the end of this module, you will understand how organizations manage data, convert it into useful information, and ultimately use it to gain a competitive advantage. In this module, we are diving into data and systems. By the end of this session, you will be able to spot the flaws in traditional file management and clearly describe how a DBMS solves them. We will also explore the core essentials of business intelligence, big data, and knowledge management systems so you can apply them to your organization. Before discussing business intelligence, let us first understand the hierarchy of data. We start with data which consists of raw facts, for example, customer name, Ali, and purchase of 120 ringgit. By themselves, these values tell us very little. When data are organized and processed, they become information. For example, Ali spent 120 ringgit today. When information is analyzed to identify patterns and support decisions, it becomes knowledge. For example, Ali usually buys electronic products every month, therefore he is likely to respond to a promotion for new gadgets. Business intelligence helps organizations move from raw data to actionable knowledge. Many organizations previously stored data in separate files. For example, sales department maintains customer records, finance department keeps payment records, human resource department stores employee records. Because every department stores its own files, several problems arise. The most common problems include data redundancy, data inconsistency, lack of flexibility, poor security, program data dependence, poor data sharing. These are the key limitations of the traditional file environment. To solve these problems, organizations use a database management system, commonly known as DBMS. A DBMS centralizes organizational data, reduces redundancy, separates applications from physical data storage, and improves security and consistency. Examples include Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL. Instead of each department storing separate files, everyone accesses one integrated database. The most common database model is the relational database. Information is stored in tables. Each table consists of rows and columns. Every record has a primary key. Relationships between tables are created using foreign keys. Let's look at the examples below. A student table contains student ID, name, faculty. A course registration table stores student ID, course code, semester. Student ID connects both tables. This avoids storing duplicate information. Today, organizations also use NoSQL databases. Unlike relational databases, NoSQL databases can manage images, videos, social media posts, sensor data. They are flexible, scalable, and designed for large volumes of structured and unstructured data. Examples include MongoDB, Cassandra, Oracle, and NoSQL. These databases are commonly used by companies such as Netflix, Facebook, and Amazon. A good database starts with proper planning. Database designers perform conceptual design and physical design. They also use entity relationship diagrams or ERDs to define relationships among entities. Database design also applies normalization and referential integrity rules to reduce redundancy and maintain consistency. A poor database design usually leads to poor business performance. Today, businesses generate enormous amounts of data every second. Examples include Facebook posts, TikTok videos, GPS tracking, smart devices, IoT sensors, and financial transactions. Traditional databases cannot efficiently manage these massive data sets. This challenge is known as big data, which includes large volumes of structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data that require specialized technologies for storage and analysis. To process big data, organizations rely on a specific business intelligence infrastructure. Let's explore these core components. First, we have the data warehouse, which stores current and historical data collected from multiple core operational transaction systems. This consolidates information for enterprise-wide analysis, though the data inside cannot be altered. Next is the data mart, which is a summarized or focused subset of the data warehouse designed for a specific population of users, like a marketing data mart or a finance data mart. When dealing with massive data sets, we use Hadoop, an open source framework that enables distributed parallel processing of big data across inexpensive computers. Finally, to drastically speed up analyses, we utilize in-memory computing. This bypasses traditional disk storage delays by storing data directly in the computer's main memory, or RAM, making analysis much faster. We also rely on high-speed analytic platforms optimized for these large datasets. Business intelligence becomes truly powerful through analytical tools that help us find relationships, patterns, and trends. These include OLAP or online analytical processing. This supports multidimensional data analysis, allowing managers to view data from multiple perspectives simultaneously, like analyzing sales by product, by region, and by actual versus projected outcomes. Data mining. This finds hidden patterns in datasets using techniques like classification, clustering, and decision trees. Text mining. This extracts key elements from unstructured text such as emails, memos, customer support tickets, and social media. Web mining. This discovers and analyzes useful structural, content, and usage patterns directly from websites to understand online behavior. Business intelligence is only useful when the data is accurate. Organizations must implement an information policy outlining the firm's rules and procedures for sharing and standardizing data. We rely on data administration to manage these policies and data governance to ensure compliance with government regulations. To guarantee data accuracy, organizations perform data quality audits, structured surveys of data completeness, and employ data cleansing software to detect and correct data that is incorrect, incomplete, or improperly formatted. Ultimately, knowledge is one of the most valuable intangible assets a firm possesses. It can lower costs, simplify operations, and improve predictability. Knowledge can be explicit, meaning it is documented in procedures, manuals, and reports. It can also be tacit, residing in the minds of humans as experience, craft, and professional judgment. Knowledge management is the set of business processes developed to create, store, transfer, and apply this knowledge. The knowledge business value chain involves acquiring data, storing it in document management systems, disseminating it through portals and search engines, and finally applying it through decision support systems and enterprise applications. Today, business intelligence is increasingly integrated with artificial intelligence. AI can predict customer demand, detect fraud, recommend products, and generate automatic dashboards. It transforms business intelligence from descriptive reporting into predictive and prescriptive decision support. To summarize, we have covered the problems with traditional files, the immense capabilities of modern DBMS and big data infrastructure, and the vital importance of data governance and knowledge management. Business intelligence is no longer optional. It is a critical capability for any organization seeking to remain competitive in today's digital economy. As you move forward, remember this: data is the new asset, but intelligent decisions are the true competitive advantage. Thank you for participating in this micro-credential module. I encourage you to continue exploring business intelligence technologies and think about how these concepts can be applied within your own organization. Remember, data is the new asset, but intelligent decisions are the true competitive advantage. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and I'll see you in the next module.